I'm tired of all these stories. These neo-colonial civil servants who have been holding us back. I have put my foot down.
Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel, man. So this is your humble boy J Production Vlog. So man, I'm an African content creator, so I'm just here to show you the positive side of Africa. I'm here to share ideas that can help us develop our beautiful, lovely motherland. And you know, the goal of this channel is also to reach some African living in the diaspora. So I've not yet reached that level of connecting with others, Africans found in diaspora, but I believe with time every goal that we have in this channel is really gonna be fulfilled. And I really want to take this occasion thanking everyone who is taking his time watching my videos. I'm very humbled and honored. Thank you so much for taking your time, and please, if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, like this video and share. So today I have a very special vlog to you. So I just want to share another idea with you that can help us develop our motherland. So before moving on, so I want you to have a look at this video.
The crisis which is in Africa today is because of philosophical, ideological, strategic, economic mistakes, which we have been talking about since the 1960s. This is not an accident. Aid has been for profiteering. This has been the problem. Now, the World Bank people and other groups have been talking of sustainable development. Even in your documents, I have seen those words there. I'm now going to be 80 years old. Africa does not need sustainable, you could call it sustainable underdevelopment. Africa needs socio-economic transformation. The main reason why there is no growth is because the growth factors are not funded.
Yeah, so this is a very powerful speech from the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museven. So, you know, the President started the statement by saying that the crisis that we have in Africa is because of the philosophical, ideological, strategic, economic mistakes. So, what do we need in Africa? You know, what Africa needs is the social, economic transformation. Why there is no growth in Africa? So, we may be asking ourselves, why there is no growth in Africa? So, I hope the answer is very easy, very simple. The President has mentioned that the reason why you have no growth in Africa is because the growth factors are not funded. So, what are those growth factors? We have private sector growth. So for the private sector to grow, we need three things as mentioned by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museven. The first thing we need for the private sector to grow, we need the low transport cost. And for us to reach that level of having the low transport cost, we need the railway. So if the railway sectors are not funded, how are we going to have the low transport cost? So once the railway are funded, I hope the country will have that ability of reducing the transportation costs. So most of the time in Africa, these sectors have no loans. As the President has been saying, we only have the funds for seminars, for useless things. So if Africa want to be in partnership with any country, if any country want to support Africa by giving us the loan, we want them to start looking at those areas. So we need the low transport cost. And for it, we need the railway to be funded. So whenever we want to get the loan, we need to look at sectors, factors that we need to fund. And the first thing mentioned by the President is the railway. Secondly, what we need to fund is the electricity. So we need to have the low cost of electricity. So you know, electricity is one of the sources of development. How can you develop your country without having electricity? So whenever we have projects, everything today depends on electricity. So we need also to reach that level of producing the electricity which will be stable and at a low price that every man in the country can afford. Not producing the electricity afforded by rich people, those who have nothing, so gonna be suffering. So no, we need producing the electricity at a low cost. And the third thing that the president has mentioned is the low cost fund for manufacturing. As the president has been saying that he was looking for the loan for irrigation, and it was very hard for him to find it. But most of time you may find funds for useless things, for seminars, for international days. So if you need those loans, they are available every time. If you need a loan, for example, for irrigation, for transportation in your country, for electricity, it's very hard to get it. So I hope it's time for our leaders to change their ways of doing things. Whoever wants to deal with Africa needs to follow these examples. Okay, so we don't refuse to collaborate, to receive help from any other country, but we need to look at which sector we are going to fund. I hope once we have the low cost of transportation and the electricity, and I hope also the loans for manufacturing, I hope the country can reach a level. So it's time for us to change our way of doing things. We need to fund things which are necessary, which are useful for the people of the country. Not only giving us loans, so for seminars, for stories, for international days, we also need to fund the growth factors. So once the growth factors are also funded, I hope the development will start from there. So I don't say that everything that the president has said is right, but you are also free to share your idea. So what do we need in Africa? Please share your idea. So tell us. You can also add. So please don't hesitate to write in the comment section. What do we need for Africa to be developed? Because this is the will of every African. So this is our wish, this is our dream. We want to see Africa fully developed. And for Africa to be developed, it begins from small things that will be changing in our countries. So it's time for Africa to change. It's time for Africa to develop. So please, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for receiving more videos about Africa. Stay tuned and subscribe to J Production Vlog.